Let's strip away the noise for a moment. Be brutally honest with yourself. How many of us are truly living at our fullest potential? Not just existing, not just surviving, but waking up each morning with a fire that burns brighter than coffee, driven by an unstoppable inner force to grow, to push limits, to not merely get through the day, but to thrive? If that sparks something in you, if that's the life you ache to live but haven't quite mastered yet, then stay with me. Because what I'm about to share isn't theory. It's a roadmap 9. Timeless, battle-tested Stoic principles that will sharpen your mind, fortify your spirit, and reconnect you to the truest version of yourself. These aren't abstract philosophies for the bookshelf. They are practical tools, honed by the trials of life itself, ready to help you focus, act with clarity, and unleash the potential that's been dormant within you for far too long. If you're seeking a morning routine that goes beyond checklist productivity, one that grounds you in purpose, sharpens your decision-making, and lifts you above the chaos of modern life, then these Stoic principles might just be the anchor you've been searching for. In today's world of endless notifications, distractions, and pressures to perform, these ancient teachings are not relics of the past. They're more relevant than ever. So let's start where every day begins, the moment you open your eyes. Every morning, as your consciousness rises to meet the day, remind yourself of this foundational truth. I am capable. It might sound simple, almost too simple, but do not underestimate the power of this declaration. It is not arrogance. It is not bravado. It is not a hollow affirmation. It is a grounding ritual, an anchor that ties you back to your inherent strength and competence. It is a declaration that no matter what the world throws at you, uncertainty, rejection, chaos, you are equipped to meet it, to face it, to overcome it. Waking up with this mindset isn't about puffing up your ego. It's about planting your feet firmly on the ground, shoulders back, heart steady, knowing that you have the skills, the wisdom, the resilience to navigate whatever comes. This is more than optimism. This is necessity. Because in a world that will constantly remind you of your flaws, your shortcomings, your past failures, this daily affirmation becomes your compass, a beacon that guides you back to your core, where your true strength resides. And let's be honest, doubt will creep in. It always does. That's the human condition. But when it does, this small yet powerful phrase, I am capable, becomes the sword that cuts through the fog of uncertainty. Each time you say it, you're not just reassuring yourself. You are defying the invisible scripts society may have written for you. You are challenging the outdated labels others have stamped on you. You are standing tall and saying, I know who I am, and I don't need your permission to believe it. Because while the world outside is unpredictable, sometimes brutal, and often unfair, your belief in yourself, that must remain unwavering, steady, unshaken. When you embrace this mindset, it transforms how you approach every task, every interaction, every decision. You stop reacting blindly to circumstances. You start shaping them. You move with intention, with clarity, with purpose. And here's the beautiful thing: this confidence isn't invisible. It radiates. Others can feel it. It changes how they see you. It changes how they respond to you. When you believe in yourself, you inspire belief in others. And that creates a powerful, self-reinforcing loop. But how often do we limit ourselves with the silent, sneaky poison of, "I can't"? Let's flip that script right now. You absolutely can. You have the power to shape your reality. This isn't just motivational fluff. This is Stoic truth, as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. The Stoics, those ancient warriors of wisdom, understood something most of us forget. Our perceptions dictate our reality. It's not the events themselves that determine our destiny. It's the stories we tell ourselves about them. It's the lens through which we view our circumstances. And what does that mean for us today? It means that every thought, every reaction, every decision you make adds a stroke to the canvas of your life. It means you can stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop seeking external approval. Stop believing you need someone else's permission to move forward. Why wait for a perfect moment when you can create it? Every single day is ripe with opportunities to take control, make bold decisions, and steer your life in the direction of your choosing. Whether it's switching careers, mending broken relationships, starting a new passion project, the fuel for that fire comes from your belief that you have the power to shape the outcome. Imagine starting each day not in a haze of dread or routine, but with the fierce conviction that you hold the reins to your day. You decide to approach every interaction, every challenge, through a lens of power, of proactiveness. And when you live with this belief, the universe seems to respond in kind. You become more decisive, more courageous, more willing to take the kinds of risks that lead to breakthroughs. Because you understand that every step forward is a sculpting tool chiseling the masterpiece of your life. But understand this: claiming your power to shape your reality also comes with responsibility. It means taking conscious control over your thoughts, your attitudes, your responses. Every I can fortifies your resolve. Every I will propels you forward. And the more consistently you affirm your ability, the more you'll notice something incredible happening. Not only will your view of the world change, the world's view of you will change too. It's all too easy to get trapped in the regrets of yesterday or the uncertainties of today. But what if I told you there's a different way to start your day? A way that sets the tone for clarity and forward momentum? Each morning, when you tell yourself, "My path is clear," you're doing more than uttering empty words. You are setting an intention that echoes throughout your day. This mantra doesn't deny that obstacles exist. Of course they do. Life is filled with them. But this mindset transforms those obstacles from towering walls into stepping stones. It's about recognizing that challenges are not roadblocks, they're catalysts. Every difficulty, every setback becomes a lesson. And each lesson becomes a light that illuminates your path forward, even in your darkest hours. This clarity doesn't magically remove obstacles from your life. but it sharpens your ability to navigate through them with wisdom, agility, and resolve. It's not about striding blindly through the fog. It's about moving forward with clear eyes, a steady heart, and a lucid understanding of where you want to go and what it will take to get there. Clarity allows you to stay strategic, to stay nimble. It helps you adjust your course when necessary, while never losing sight of your destination. It also frees you from the heavy baggage of past failures and future fears. It helps you forgive yourself for mistakes and move forward with a lighter, more agile mindset. In this pursuit of personal excellence, remember, progress is a daily commitment. I grow stronger daily isn't just a motivational catchphrase, it's a radical, empowering truth. Growth is not linear. Some days, you'll leap forward. Other days will feel like you're crawling backward. But even on those tough days, there are lessons gems hidden within the struggle that refine your character and build your resilience. Embrace those days. Celebrate every small victory. Whether it's refining a skill, facing a fear, or handling a stressful situation with just a little more grace than yesterday. By recognizing these moments, no matter how small, you reinforce your commitment to improvement, and you inspire yourself to keep going. Most importantly, embrace the truth that growth is a personal journey. It's not a race. It's not about keeping pace with others. It's about respecting your own rhythm, your own process. Release the harsh judgments you place on yourself. Replace them with patience, compassion, and a relentless belief in your own evolution. Because I commit to excellence isn't just a phrase, it's a promise you make to yourself every single day. Hook. We ended our last page by reminding ourselves that excellence isn't a finish line, it's a daily commitment. But how do we carry that commitment into every moment of our lives? How do we anchor ourselves in excellence, especially when the noise of the world tempts us to settle, to make excuses, to let our standards slip? That's exactly where Stoic wisdom becomes our compass, guiding us not toward perfection, but toward a higher standard of living a life of effort, of integrity, of self-respect. With Stoic philosophy as our foundation, we are reminded that our virtues, our daily efforts to cultivate them, and the discipline we bring to our actions define us far more than any words or proclamations ever could. When you wake up each day and reaffirm your personal vow to excellence, you're not merely setting another goal on your to-do list. You are aligning your every action, decision, and reaction with your highest values. And here's the beauty of this commitment. It's both simple and profoundly challenging. Excellence isn't about outpacing others. It's not a race against the world or a quest for flawless perfection. It's about embracing the grind, showing up for yourself, committing to the discipline and persistence that doesn't just influence outcomes, transforms your character. Stoicism teaches us to focus relentlessly on what is squarely within our control or efforts, our discipline, our integrity, and how we respond to the chaos of the external world. By committing to excellence, you turn your attention toward these controllable factors, embodying the virtues that the Stoics revered: wisdom, justice, courage, moderation. Each morning, When you remind yourself of this commitment, it becomes more than a pep talk. It becomes a promise to embody these virtues in your actions, no matter what the day throws at you. It's a personal standard you set, not as a judgment of others' choices, but as an inner compass that refuses to lower itself based on the world's inconsistency. This commitment pushes you to strive while others might rest not from arrogance, but from a personal code you have written for yourself. A code that forges resilience, a deep sense of self-respect, and a fulfillment that no shortcut can replicate. And let's be honest, this path is often a solitary one. Not lonely in the sense of isolation, but solitary in that it demands personal accountability, self-motivation, a willingness to be your own source of validation. True success, as Stoicism teaches, isn't defined by applause or accolades. It's defined by the person you become along the way. Every day you push forward, you become stronger, wiser, and more attuned, not just to the details of your craft, but to the needs of those around you. This discipline molds you into a leader, not just in your industry or field, but in your community, your family, your circle, where your dedication and integrity become a quiet yet powerful inspiration to others. But along this path, there's an enemy that lurks quietly in the corners of our mind. Excuses. Let's call them what they are. The adversaries of progress. And that's why the affirmation "excuses do not define me" is not just a statement, it's a battle cry. Excuses are more than harmless white lies we tell the world. They are the seductive stories we tell ourselves to justify inaction. They offer short-term relief from the discomfort of accountability, but in the long run, they rob us of the very power we need to grow, to evolve, to move forward. From a Stoic lens, this is why it's so critical to stay focused on what's in our control. Our actions, our responses, every challenge, every setback we face leaves us with two choices. We can lean into the excuse here. We can confront the situation head-on with honesty, responsibility, and purpose. Excuses might feel like the easy way out, but they trap us. They keep us frozen in place, locked in a cycle of frustration and regret. But responsibility? That's the key that unlocks movement. That's where the narrative shifts from "this is happening to me" to "I have the power to shape this." Rejecting excuses requires vigilance. It means confronting those knee-jerk narratives that whisper, "It's too hard," or "I'm not ready," or "I don't have enough time." It demands rigorous self-assessment and a commitment to push through the discomfort. But make no mistake, this isn't about being harsh on yourself. It's about being radically honest, clear-eyed about your capabilities, focused on the tangible actions you can take. Every time you sidestep an excuse, you build another layer of resilience, another brick in the foundation of a self-image built not on limitations, but on capability. Acting with purpose is woven into this mindset. It's about ensuring that every action you take is intentional, deliberate, directed toward a meaningful outcome. When you live this way, you don't leave space for excuses to fester. You cultivate a mindset that seeks solutions, not escape routes. You make decisions that align with your values, with your long-term goals, rather than surrendering to the temporary comfort of avoidance. So when you declare, "Excuses do not define me," you're not just rejecting a behavior, you're reclaiming your freedom. You are announcing to yourself and the world that your life will be defined by your efforts, your resilience, your progress, no matter how incremental it may feel. This shift doesn't just change how you approach your goals, it transforms how you perceive obstacles. Setbacks become less about failure and more about opportunities. Lessons. Chances to strengthen your resolve and deepen your character. Which leads us to perhaps the most powerful affirmation of all. I am designed for greatness. Pause and let that sink in. This isn't motivational fluff. This is a truth that can rewire how you see yourself and your place in the world. You are not here to blend into the background. You are not just another face in the crowd. You were designed with a unique blend of talents, skills, and experiences. You have something that only you can offer. And it's not arrogance to recognize this. It's responsibility. When you understand that you are designed for greatness, you stop approaching your day with, "I have to." Instead, it becomes, "I get to." You stop dragging your feet, you start stepping forward into your potential. This belief doesn't pressure you into a state of frantic productivity. It inspires you to aim higher, to grow, to challenge yourself daily. Let this belief carry you when doubt whispers. Let it lift you when you stumble. Because when you truly believe in your greatness, your actions begin to reflect it. You make choices that serve your higher self. You become more resilient, knowing that setbacks are just temporary obstacles on your way toward remarkable achievements. But sharing your gifts isn't just for personal glory. It's your duty to the world. Every career move, every conversation, every relationship becomes an opportunity to offer something valuable. Your creativity, your wisdom, your skills, they're tools to uplift others, to inspire, to make an impact. And in a world drowning in opinions, remember this: external opinions do not sway me. This is where Stoic philosophy anchors you back into your center. It teaches you to build an unshakable inner citadel, a fortress of integrity and self-respect that no external judgment can breach. Because how often do we let the opinions of others warp our actions, our self-esteem, even our life's direction? But here's the truth: their opinions do not define you. Only you hold that power. Each time you remind yourself of this, you reclaim a piece of your autonomy. You decide who you are, who you want to become, and you live true to that identity regardless of noise from the crowd. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from feedback. It means discerning which voices fuel your growth and which only distract from it. Maintaining your inner citadel means building a robust sense of self, fortified by wisdom, compassion, resilience. It means welcoming feedback with grace, but never letting it destabilize your core. Because when you act in alignment with your deepest values, your actions speak louder than any critic ever could. And this, right here, is how you become untouchable.